So here's the thing. The Hall of Fame week is so much more than just inducting incredible football players into the Hall of Fame, which of course we're very happy for.
Yeah, it used to be all about the induction ceremony on Saturday, but now the week really has taken on a life of its own here in Canton, including some really fun things to do for the kiddos if you bring them down here.
You know, my script actually says, so we sent our grown child, Mike-Polk-Jr., to a training camp for kids to show us what's going on. Now, Mike, I prefer to call you kid at heart.
First of all, I'm a serious journalist. I thought we were clear about that.
Yes, you are.
Secondly, I'm happy to be here for Hall of Fame weekend. I'm not at all. I'm happy to be here with you guys at Hall of Fame weekend, right across campus, where the Kids Skills Camp is kicking off officially. Earlier, this place was empty. Now it's teeming with children. Look at all of them getting all these young athletes. Wave at young athletes, wave. Absolute. Look at, they're stoked. They're here to work on their skills. They came from, some of them, all across the country. Jake, you're one of the people who helps put this on. Tell us about this program.
So tonight for our Play Football Skills Camp, we'll have about 300 athletes here from all over Northeast Ohio and all over the country, as you said, to learn from some of the best to ever played a game. We'll have 6 awesome Hall of Famers out here today, teaching them some of the basic skills it takes to play football.
Now, that is crazy. Think about that, the opportunity to learn how to play football, at least at this level, from 6 actual Hall of Famers. Where else can you do that? And who are these Hall of Famers?
I don't know where else you can do that. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's out there. We've got Marshall Falk, Andre Tippett, Will Shields, Warren Sapp, Robert Brazil, and John Randall, who are going to be out here teaching these kids tonight.
Wow. Now think about that. You really have no excuses if you get back to school after the summer and you're just like, I picked up a few things. I think you might have heard of some of these guys. Here's who taught me in the off season. Not a bad thing for a kid to be able to say. You got boys and girls out here and some from as far away as where?
We have, hopefully, we'll have some kids come as far away from the state of Washington come out here tonight.
I do see some young, misguided Bengals and Steelers fans out there, but we're all here in the spirit of togetherness, and we're going to let that slide. What kind of competitions are they competing in?
They're going to be doing some basic drills. They're going to be doing some wide receiver drills, some quarterback drills. We got called in the trenches, learning some offensive line and defensive line drills. But the goal is here to learn a little bit, but have a fun night out here with their friends and family. And celebrate the football season kicking off this week.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it. Good luck with all the kids out there. Guys, I'm going to go out there and try my hand myself. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of scouting as well, because it's never too early to start thinking about possibly recruiting somebody, or maybe we want to put them on one of those scholarships that are so popular right now for WKYC.
That's exactly right. Okay, Mike, I'm going to put in my request right now. That's a great list of players that are going to be there. I would love to see you go one-on-one with Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
See if you can get by number 99 to get to the quarterback.
Warren Sapp was just out here begging for the same thing, and I'll tell you the exact same thing I told him. You should have taken me on the field back in the day when you could have. You're not going to do it now.
Oh.
You're a smart man, Mike Polk. Smart man.
I have not spoken to him, no. I obviously
have
not spoken to Warren Sapp. He would murder me, obviously, at any kind of competition. But, yeah. If I see him, I will pass that along to him.
I love the disclaimer.
Give him my best, please.
Thank you, Mike, and set those misguided youth straight, will ya?